Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am your brother in Islam, Abdul Fattah Abedin Adelopo. Today, inshallah, with Allah, we want to examine one of this germane topic, the heart as a means of purifying our intention to gather the best of reward during this Ramadan. As Muslim, we need to understand the importance of our heart as a means of gathering piety in Islam. In one of the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad he said, there's a flesh in our body, in which if that flesh is okay, it's jasad kulluhu, or it's a fasad kulluhu. The whole parts, thinking faculty, disposition, manner is other okay. For instance, when this flesh is bad, then the whole sense of reasoning, the whole sense of disposition, acting is also in disarray. The Prophet said, Allah, this part we are talking about is our heart. So one of those basic things we need to do as Muslim, knowing fully that one of those parts that is important as an integral part to determine what we do is our heart. There is need for us to then renew our intention for that act to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. Has not ordered us to do things except for us to purify our soul in doing it the best way we could do it. Now, intention is very key in whatever Muslim want to do. Without the intention, then our act is void. In Islam, according to Azhar al-Bisri, deed that the Muslim does will be accepted under two conditions. Number one, if that act is done in order to seek Allah's pleasure, meaning that the intention of doing a particular act should be solely for Allah alone. And the second is that it has to be done in conformity with the Sunnah of Holy Prophet Muhammad. So if those things are missing, then the deed will not be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So invariably, one of those basic things we need to do as Muslims moving towards this Ramadan is to purify our intention that this fasting we want to do is solely for Allah alone. It's not for any other reason. Because Allah said the purpose of fasting is la'alakum tattaqu, so that we can achieve righteousness, so that we can be pious. So that piety revolves around purification of our acts. And we look at what are those ways in which our acts can be purified. One of such is by zikrullah, remembrance of Allah, it's make our hearts to be subdued, our hearts to be closer to Allah, our hearts to be calm and cool. So in this month of Ramadan, one of the ways for us to actually nourish our soul, our heart, is to listen to lectures, because various lectures will be coming up on the here, in the television, tafsir section, different sections. As Muslims, we need to engage in this meritorious act, because it has a way of also making our hearts to be the best form it is, and have a way of also renewing our intention. So also, one of those things we need to do is our relationship with the Quran. Our relationship with Quran, Allah said that ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The Quran He has created is for us to achieve righteousness. It's for us to guide us to the right path. So for us to know the good from the bad, is for us to relate with the Quran. We read the Quran, we to do what's called tadabbur, we reflect on the Quran, and we also act by the Quran. By this, we'll be able to achieve and maximize our reward during this month of Ramadan. I want to pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us witness more of this Ramadan on the surface of the heart. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ah.